Hi family and welcome to another Thinking Tank Tuesday. So as we all know, today is Freedom Day in South Africa. So who remembers the song Freedom is coming tomorrow? So we are there. So it's 27 years of freedom in South Africa. We've got how many? I think we've got like 5 presidents behind us already. And yeah, today on Thinking Things, we're gonna go through last week's news, which we're not gonna do all. What we will look into is we'll look into American police. So we'll look into the American police, and we know there has been some progress in the George Floyd case. I think the officer which was involved in the case is arrested or has been sentenced. I'm not sure, but we'll look into that. And also we'll look into 27 years of democracy in South Africa and 27 years of democracy in South Africa. We'll look into Lindani Myeni's story, the progress so far. And after, so it's Lindani Myeni, which will go with George Floyd's story. And then we look into 27 years of democracy in South Africa. And also, apparently, Tokyo Sexwale has been throwing allegations of monies being missing. I don't know what to make of the story, so we'll look into Tokyo Sexwale's allegations as well. So for today, that's the stories which we'll have. We'll look what's the progress on Lindani Myeni, and then Lindani Myeni obviously goes with George Floyd's story with the American police. And then South Africa, we look at 27 years into democracy, how far we've come, like freedom is coming tomorrow, yeah. I'm surprised they didn't play Sarafina today. As we all know, every Freedom Day in South Africa, they must play Sarafina. That's like our movie. And then after the 27 years, we look into Tokyo Sexwale allegations. So that's where we are. We're still taking a break on Mozambique, but we're still going to see as time goes on how the story is progressing. But for now, let's start with. Oh, also, what we found out today is King Mswati's birthday. So happy birthday to him. I think he's 53 or something. So yeah, that's at our neighbor's side. So they're celebrating. So happy birthday to King Mswati. And yeah, let's get into it. Firstly, let's go to search the news. So we are on News 24 page. Let's see what we find on News 24 regarding our story. I know one of the stories which is making headlines is Noma Ngoma, aka Gigaba, was at the State Capture Commission giving a testimony. So yeah, that was one of the things which on our news, but we're not there yet. So let's see from Lindani Myeni where we are now. Lindani. Okay, Lindani Myeni's body expected in South Africa Friday. Okay, that's the 26th of April. So on News 24, we've got the latest of Lindani Myeni was written on the 26th of April, which was yesterday. So let's hear what they say. So it says here, it's written by Tabi Sokoba. Lindani Myeni's body expected in South Africa by Friday. So which means this coming Friday. It says the body of Lindani Myeni is expected to arrive in South Africa by Friday this week. Myeni, 29, a South African citizen, was killed by Honolulu police during a scuffle on April 14 in Hawaii in the United States of America. The country has a checkered past of state police killing an unarmed black man. It says Ridnai Pariak in the land of his birth, South African artist looking at the question of the land. Okay. Okay, during a COVID-19 media briefing, KwaZulu-Natal Premier Zikalala confirmed that Mieni's body has been released by the US into the custody of his wife, who is keeping him at a private funeral parlor. Mieni's body will depart from the US on Tuesday and is expected to reach OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg by Friday, Zikalala said. More details, including confirmed funeral dates and memorial service, will be communicated by the family, supported by the provincial government in due course, he said. The South African Department of International Relations and Cooperation will be handling the repatriation. Yeni's cousin, Siyabonga Mtshali, said the family was happy his body was being repatriated and they can finally lay him to rest. We feel a bit better now because it has been a long time now of no information, but now there is a way forward, close quote. He said the family will communicate funeral details during the week. That's what we got from Lindenlani Myeni. So we know that the body is on its way to South Africa. So the further details will be communicated by the family, but there's no from there on what's gonna happen with the investigation in the American police, or maybe we'll hear all about those after the funeral. So the body is on its way to South Africa. That's what we know. And let's see what they have here about George Floyd's trial, because I know America was also up in arms somewhere. Where am I now? Okay. Home enters. Let's go to news. Okay, I'm still struggling to find another site where I can find what's happening with George Floyd. Okay, let's see. George Floyd. Latest, okay, George Floyd latest news. Here we go. Trial new body cam footage 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I know there's supposed to be something like really recent about it, like the police officer which was involved. They we must seize this morning, keep up the monument in our country. 6 minutes ago, there is a monumentum in this country for police reform. At last week's verdict, we must seize it, we need it. Okay, George Floyd death and trial of Derek Chauvin, NB News. Okay, I think this is where we want to be. There's the Guardian. Ooh, America, this news. Okay, let's hope we find some news. Teen who filmed George Floyd's arrest, Minneapolis chief. Judge reads guilty verdicts as Chauvin watches on. Okay, Chauvin scheduled to sentence in June. Justice Department launches investigation to Minneapolis police practice. Okay, teen. Okay, Chauvin. Let's see. Plenty of vaccine. I'm trying to see which site is this one. Okay, it just says news, but I think it's an American site. Derek Chauvin scheduled to be sentenced in June. He was convicted Tuesday of second and third degree murder and second degree manslaughter in the death of George Floyd. Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin listens to the verdict in his trial in which he was found guilty of murdering George Floyd. Okay, this is just a picture of him. Okay, this one, it says April 23, 2021, 11 p.m. by Dennis Romero and Samira Pasca. The judge in the murder trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin on Friday scheduled his sentencing for June 16. Judge Peter A. Cahill of the Hennepin County Courthouse's 4th Judicial District set at 11:30 p.m. time for sentencing. Jovan convicted Tuesday of second and third degree murder as well as second degree manslaughter in the May 25 death of George Floyd could face a prison term as long as 75 years, but experts say a first-time convict usually sees far less time. The then officer placed his knee on Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes as the victim and the others pleaded for Jovan to relent. A clerk at the store had called police after believing Floyd had tried to pass a counterfeit $20 bill. Cell phone video taken by 17-year-old bystander Daniela Fraser captured Floyd crying out, "I can't breathe," repeatedly. It sparked months of nationwide outrage over the killing of black people by white officers. Jovan was fired and so were 3 other officers at the scene: Totha J. Alexander Kung and Thomas Lane. Their trial is scheduled for August on charges of aiding and abetting murder and manslaughter. And that was the news so far about George Floyd in America. So, actually, the police, which is Derek Jovan, is found guilty of murdering George Floyd. That's the latest. At least we can say something has been done or something is happening. And then our next story, let's move away from America now and let's see what do we have in South Africa in 27 years of democracy. Let's see, 27, because I don't want to give my brief of what I think of this 27 years of democracy. I've heard it all. We just had fees must fall every year. Now we've got a new struggle of 27 years of freedom in SA. Let's see. So I know that we have our own struggles with this freedom, and we don't even know what's freedom without economy. Okay, Johannesburg. Okay, SA celebrates. This is from ENCA. I know I always call it Anchor. This is, I'm going to read what they have to say, but normally they've got a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. So it is a TV station. It says the 1994 elections allowed for every eligible voter to go make their mark, regardless of race. The elections also allowed for a new constitution. Almost 30 years into democracy, South Africa remains one of the world's most unequal societies. Coronavirus has also been blamed for high levels of unemployment, hunger, and poor health. President Cyril Ramaphosa is set to lead the day's celebration under the theme "The Year of Charlotte Maxeke, the Meaning of Freedom Under COVID-19. He will deliver the keynote address in Botshabelo in the Free State. We know he did. So that was what was being said today. Let's see, maybe if we find some newspapers, because this is ENCA, which it doesn't give us that much. Okay. Sowetan News. Let's see, what do they have? Sowetan, my world. I send the world in course. My new. There's not much news today. It's all the same. Musa Mizwane, since he held no brief of the group, doesn't take it up. Alleged underworld gang leader buried after fatal Adderall Park shooting. I didn't know that one. Let's stick to our news of the day. EFF Julius Malema presses for economic reform. So EFF also had their own little rally or something, Freedom Day rally. So that was one of the things, celebrating the 27 years, vote them out. And also, Ramaphosa did have his speech, and within his speech he was saying that, okay, it says South Africa vote them out if they are abusing resources. Cyril Ramaphosa on local elections. That's 27 April 2021 at 14:30. It was the reporter is Masa Matiwane. So President Cyril Ramaphosa arrived at the Charlotte Manye Maxeke Treatment Center in Botshabelo, an anti-drug and substance abuse treatment facility during 2021 Freedom Day celebrations. Okay, President Ramaphosa has called on the electorate to use their votes to demonstrate their intolerance for corruption, theft and mismanagement of funds meant to benefit South Africans. These elections are an opportunity to make your voice heard and be part of the change you yourself want to see. I call on you to determine the future of your own family and your community by putting your confidence in a party that has the best policies, the will and the means to implement them, said Ramaphosa. South Africans will elect local government leaders on October 27. The president called on citizens to use the elections to make their voices heard and discourage South Africans from resorting to violent demonstrations, burning and looting of property as that undermine the cause they seek to advance. Exercising our right to vote is by far the most powerful form of protest. If those who claim to serve you are not going to do so, vote them out, take them out, because that is the one weapon we all have. Demonstrate to them that you do not approve of the way they are running things, stealing money. Vote them out if they are abusing resources and take them out with your vote, said the president. Ramaphosa commemorates the country's 27 years of freedom in Botshabelo, Free State, where he expressed deep disappointment with those who plunder state resources and neglect the people they are supposed to serve. Our vote is the most important weapon, the most effective weapon through which we can improve our lives and transform our communities. I call on you to exercise your right in the upcoming local government elections. I call on you to decide who among the many candidates has the ability and determination to work tirelessly on your behalf, he said. Access to housing, education, and healthcare is being undermined because those tasked with service delivery do not care enough. Our people expect that those tasked with the job of improving their lives should do just that and should not steal resources that belong to our people and put them in their own pockets. Ramaphosa said the continued practice of stealing, abusing, diverting resources is an affront against the people of South Africa who deserve better. He said local government elections were a period to remind those who the people of SA have put into key positions that their preoccupation must be the people, not themselves, while acknowledging that corrupt public servants were a contradiction to service delivery. Ramaphosa said the legacy of apartheid also played a role in determining the lives that South Africans live, adding that as a result, freedom remained elusive for millions. The legacy of apartheid remains a defining feature of our land. Even after decades, it remains in many ways determining where people will live, what assets they own, what schooling they receive, what jobs they do, and how safe they feel. As we celebrate this Freedom Day, we can put to the great progress we have made in confronting the legacy of apartheid, but we cannot celebrate Freedom Day without acknowledging how much further we still need to go. We cannot deceive ourselves and say, yes, we are free, without acknowledging there is still a lot of work we need to do to improve the lives of our people. The president highlighted the provision of water and electricity and opening the doors of learning to children, particularly the poor, while the provision of healthcare and measures to lift millions of people out of abject poverty are among the victories of the democratic government. He said the country still had many challenges that impact on all. No challenge is too great that it cannot be overcome. Times life, I can give you a long list of people who have stepped aside. Oh, the stepping aside saga, we still don't know where we are there, but there's supposed to be people stepping aside from the ANC. We're still waiting. So I think I don't want to make our news too long today. Oh, too long today because it is public holiday. I still have to go to the editing. Freedom is coming tomorrow. So we're still singing Freedom is Coming Tomorrow. On the entertainment news, there's not much. At least Theron helps SA people who dropped out during pandemic. I didn't see that one. They was from required to perform live at Monte Casino, nothing much. Dr. John Kahn honored with prestigious Pragnell Shakespeare Award. Okay, we heard that one. Yeah, I think that's all for today, family. Oh, Babes and Mampinchi got married. Yeah. So that's the latest in the entertainment world, you know. So yeah, so for today that's all we have, family. We've heard that Lindani Mieni's body is coming soon to be buried in South Africa. We've heard that the officer which was involved or which killed George Floyd is being found guilty. We've heard what else? The 27 years, the president's speech. Yeah, there's nothing much really to say about the 27 years because if I have to break it down according to me, I'm still not happy because we know we still got fees must fall, we still got healthcare which is a mess. So I don't know where can I say it's much better, because I think it would have been much better if maybe economically we are all maybe the same or there's improvement. It just feels like if you were not born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you're surely going to go and be a servant or a slave to the ones which got their names on the books. If you don't belong to any politician connection or wherever in South Africa, you might as well just keep on voting and keep on putting them there in power so that they can loot. Okay, I need to shush. But I think we're still singing the song Freedom is Coming Tomorrow. I'm hiding the mirror here. I didn't see my camera is so wrong today. But yeah, there's still some good stories. But then I don't really, at the moment I can't think of any good stories. So yeah, it is Freedom Day. Those which have more. Those which don't have absolutely nothing now. Yeah, but people keep on voting and hoping for the best. And we've done, we almost forgot. We still need to do one more story. Tokyo Sexual allegations. How can we leave money behind? So let's see. I'm not sure where am I going to look for Tokyo Sexual's story. Okay, let's see. How can I forget? We want to hear what is the money. Where's the money? Tokyo Sexual allegations. I hope I'm gonna find something. We almost forgot about the story pointed to investigate trillion capital partner claims Tokyo Sexual. This was 4 days. This is 9 hours. Twitter users divided on Tokyo Sexual donor funds allegations, response allegations made by Mr. Tokyo Sexual on alleged billions that have been deposited at the South African Reserve Bank points to common scam over the years. Okay, and then Tokyo Sexual names advocate George Van Woodlander to lead independent investigation into allegations. Let's start from 7 days ago. because I think the 7 days ago is the beginning of this whole allegations of trillions. I'm telling you, people of monies just going around. Okay, responses. The response to allegations by Tokyo Sehwale. I'm not sure which website is this one. This was on the 20th of April. It says here, allegations made by Tokyo Sehwalo on alleged billions that have been deposited at the South African Reserve Bank, SARB, points to a common scam. Over the years, National Treasury and the South African Reserve Bank have received many such requests for or promises of billions and now trillions of rands or dollars, and from experience regard these as simple scams. Any claim that such funds are meant for deserving causes such as COVID-19 relief, social grants, or grants for free education are simple empty promises to secure the interest of the potential victim. National Treasury and the SARB have previously received correspondence from Mr. Sehwale and many others that alleges that billions of rands have been stolen from a fund that has been referred to as the White Spiritual Boy Trust, and which was set up by a foreign donor. It is further alleged that there are trillions of dollars in the said fund, and that inter alia a certain Mr. Goodwin Aaron Webb was its mandated representative in South Africa. On investigation, the SARB can confirm that it had no record of the existence of the said fund, and it had advised Mr. Sehwale in writing that given the SARBS's experience and knowledge of this and other similar matters, it could only conclude that the alleged fund was a scam. It should be noted that Mr. Sehwale is not the first prominent person acting on behalf of a Mr. Webb or an unknown donor for such funds, and such requests can be traced to many years before 2016. The SARB can confirm that all cross-border transactions are reported to the SARB by commercial banks who are appointed as authorized dealers in foreign exchange transactions. The SARB has concluded that there is no evidence to support the existence of such funds. If Mr. Sehwale believes otherwise, the onus is on him and his unknown sponsor to provide independent written proof of the existence and or transfer of such funds, as well as certified copies of actual identification and citizenship of such donors, in line with the normal FICA-type anti-money laundering requirements. Allegations of theft of non-existent funds have no validity. Jointly issued by National Treasury and the SARB. This was 7 days ago, if you remember very well. So this was them saying, hey, you don't know what to, this was the response to our allegations which Tokyo made on a certain news show or so on. So I don't know how to get back now, and I want to get the latest now. So that was 7 days ago. Now this is 9 hours ago. So let's hear how the story is. Okay, this one is politics web, Tuesday 27 April 2021. It says oh please. It says that Geoff Budlander, I told you I'm very bad with names, Budlander, to investigate Trillion Capital Partners claims Tokyo Sehwale. Trevor Nettling, chairman advocate, invites anyone with information whatsoever to come forward and assist advocate. Okay, so Tokyo Sehwale names advocate Geoff Budlander to lead independent investigation into allegations around Trillion Capital Partners. Following several media reports regarding allegations around Trillion Capital Partners, Mr. Tokyo Sehwale, independent non-executive chairman of Trillion, indicates to set up an inquiry investigation to verify of this allegation. Sorry, I feel like I'm lost. Okay, let's see. I feel so lost here because now this is showing me the date and not the advocate panel will focus on closing the investigations. 27. After kept looking at the relevant matter of Cephali in a mirror release on 27 October, gave him under. Hey people, I think I'm reading an old story here. How I got to the old story, I don't know. This is 7 days response to allegations. Yes, this is Twitter. This is 4 days. This is supposed to be 9 hours ago. News about Tokyo allegations. Partners claims. Twitter used the variety of response allegations by Tokyo. Allegations made by Tokyo's Holo on alleged billions that have been deposited by the South Reserve Bank points to a common scam over the years. Okay, we already read that one. Why Tokyo's Holo on Heritage Fund claims. Okay. I'm trying to get what he actually said. What were the allegations? What were okay? This one just says, "What?" Okay. I think this is also a African National Congress ANC veteran and businessman Tokyo Sexwala addresses the media about his claims that billions of or trillions of rand of rand have been stolen from the WSB White Spiritual Boy Heritage Fund after being deposited at the central bank. The SA government refuted Tokyo's claims. Then it says, watch the video. The National Treasury and South African Reserve Bank SARB dismissed the businessman politician's claims as a scam, which, according to many observers, has annoyed and spurred Tokyo on to hold this briefing and reveal as much as he can, apart from the police case number, which he is apparently not allowed to reveal, although he urged journalists to ask the police for further info. Tokyo came prepared with account numbers, letters of correspondence, and receipts to prove his claims. He alleges that the fund is based in Singapore and managed by a proxy Chinese national, Chuck Leong, who is not the owner. He said the money is in the Reserve Bank and the police will find out why. Tokyo made several allegations about the ANC leaders being corrupt and said it is time to let young people run the country. We are old now. He says the money has been moved into 18 commercial banks, some held by high officials in South Africa. Tokyo says he is baffled by the lack of support he has received from ANC veterans. He also claims he had a meeting with President Cyril Ramaphosa at his home and discussed this issue with him. A shareholder of the Reserve Bank surprised the briefing by confirming he knows this account exists and thanked Tokyo for bringing this to the police attention. He says he and some others have also pursued a case about this. The money exists. There is a criminal case open, he said. He said the amount is significant, more than 15 zeros, and that he has named suspects in the police report. Response on Twitter so far to the Tokyo briefing includes Men's not bury, the Twitter streets. Tokyo wanted to fully fund education. Cyril and Blade refused. Tokyo then proposed to pay all debts secured by all SOS. Cyril refused. Okay, this is just the comments on Twitter. What are they saying? Keep on thinking Tokyo is crazy. The guy knows what he's talking about. This is why these ANC guys keep stealing money day in, day out, because they know how naive South Africans are. The man has papers and receipts, and people are saying the man is crazy. South Africa, that's why today we are Banana Republic, because of people who don't want to listen before they talk. Listening is skill. Turkey is telling SA youth about misuse of funds that could help them. The very same youth is making fun of him to defend a rich president. So that's how divided South Africa is about Tokyo allegations. Because for me, I had a problem with the way the media houses handled the allegations, because the media houses were the ones which already took a side, like Tokyo was just making the media house didn't take him serious, so the people just react according to how the media react. So it went back, and it made me question, where is the investigative journalism in South Africa? If somebody's gonna come and say, hey, there's monies which have been misused, or there's monies which are just flowing, and there's proof that it's there, and then nobody's really looking into investigating and come and tell the people the truth. So I did have a problem with how the media handled these Tokyo Sexual allegations, but for now I kind of feel like, yes, there is some investigation going on, because I know there's also some sort of the National Prosecuting Authorities, NPA, I'm not sure, but there's also some sort of investigations which are happening. Oh, people, it's getting late. Let's close it for today. So that's all we have for this week's Thinking Thanks family. I know I did promise it was not gonna be too much, and I tried to make it not long. So that's what we have. Have a wonderful evening. Please do subscribe, comment, like, share, and thank you very much for keep on coming around and supporting this channel. Till next week. Bye.